The ultimate, most important thing on this hike is water. There's plenty of water on the Half Dome hike to keep you satisfied. I drink 7 quarts. This is a quart, about a liter. I drink 7 of these on the hike. Now, if I was going to carry my water, and I know my body needs 7 quarts, that means I would have to carry at 2 pounds a quart, almost 14, 15 pounds of water on my back. Now, the problem with that, carrying your own water, it's going to get hot from your body, it's going to get hot from the atmosphere, but worse, you're going to start to ration it because you just can't carry that much water. And when you start rationing, you're not getting water to your cells to make energy. Water is needed to make energy. Water is more important than any food or anything else on this hike. So I really want to emphasize, drink before you're thirsty. Keep hydrating, keep hydrating. Now you're going to know that you're drinking enough if when you urinate, it's pretty well clear. That's a good sign. Now if you do have to urinate, just go 100 feet from any trail or water. It's fine. Try to do it on a plant because it won't smell as much compared to going on a rock. So just a little tip. So how are we going to deal with water if I don't want to carry it? Well, a lot of people will use a Camelback, and that's fine, a bladder water system. But the biggest ones that I've found are only 3 quarts. So I'm going to have to refill that water along the way to satisfy my 7-quart need. Now women are going to drink less, smaller people drink less. I'm about 200 pounds, so I really put it away, but I believe in hydrating. You do not want to dehydrate and get heat stroke on this hike. So what are we going to do? You cannot drink the water in Yosemite National Park or most parks in America because of Giardia. Giardia is caused basically by the fecal droppings of living things. So we got bears, we got deer, we got coyotes, we got people. And that's what's occurred. Now, if you get Giardia, you won't know it for about 10 days till you get home. And all it takes is a little bit to give it to you. You got to get it treated though. And it's an intestinal parasite that will give you pretty bad diarrhea when you get back. So come on, it's no fun. Now for decades anyway, we have been using this little product here to treat water. You have to treat it. Iodine pills. Iodine pills will indeed treat water, but it'll take care of Giardia, but not cryptosporidium. So how do you know? The other thing is, when you use the product according to directions, you put a pill in, shake it up, and you wait 30 minutes. I don't want to be sitting waiting 30 minutes to drink. I want to drink, 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 and then hit the road. The second bad thing is, it's going to taste like iodine. So you need a taste corrector tablet. Iodine doesn't taste that good. Great for emergencies. Definitely keep this in your pack just in case. So what I highly recommend, however, is this little octopus rig. It's a water filter pump. Water filters have a mechanical barrier inside that will stop the passage of Giardia and cryptosporidium. They're good for about 200 gallons, which is a very, very long number of years. So let me show you how this works. In any stream or water source that you come to, try to filter stationary water. The reason for that is we want all that sediment it's pretty well settled down, so you're not filtering sediment. That'll clog your filter. At the end of each intake is a macro filter. This will keep the large debris, the dead flies and chunks of wood out of your water. So you go ahead and put this in, and I recommend you do it right below the surface so you're not bringing up too much sediment. The water then is pumped through the filter. It comes out the other end, and watch this. Goes directly into my bottle. Pretty handy. By the way, this is much easier with 2 people. So with one person, what you do is you put the water between your legs or your shoes. Go ahead and put the intake into the water, and then you simply pump. So it'll take not more than a minute to fill up this 1-quart bottle. So you may want to occasionally throw your intake out because the flow of the water might bring it closer to the shore or get it a little too deep. So you kind of monitor that. So you just pump. It's pretty easy. So what I do when I'm finished pumping, got my water. It's great. Now, when you come to a water source, the next bit of advice is to put some electrolytes into your water. Electrolytes are the trace minerals in your body, like sodium, potassium, magnesium. Your body has those. And while you're creating energy, it utilizes those electrolytes. So if you're doing any long endurance activity like a marathon run or riding a bicycle for 3-4 hours or hiking Half Dome, you should definitely replenish your electrolytes. What I recommend is any sort of a powdered product. Gatorade was the first on the market. There are many others out there you can get. So what I do before I leave home, I fill up a couple Ziploc bags with several tablespoons of the powder, put it in my Ziploc bag. Then when I get to the water source, I go ahead and I put electrolytes in one of my bottles and use water for the other. So I carry 2 of these 1-quart bottles in a fanny pack. So when I come to a water source, I just filter and drink, filter and drink, filter and drink, filter and drink. So I really get hydrated as I leave. Then I go ahead and put one of my electrolytes in. You can also buy pre-made tablet electrolytes. There's many on the market. But the point is, replenish your electrolytes, drink, 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 drink before you're thirsty. Now, what I recommend is when you get back home, okay, because your filter has been filtering Gardia and cryptosporidium out, what you want to do is treat it. So what I do is I take my filter, this is a plastic milk container. I cut the lid out and I put both the intake and the outlet into the bottle, fill it with water, and then I put a capful or so of simple household bleach. Bleach has chlorine in it, and chlorine will definitely clear things out. So then I pump it, let it circulate in the milk bottle here, and that clears it out. Then I open up the filter, and this is what's inside. A nice mesh product. So you can clean this in the field, but I really don't experience much of that need. But when I get home, then I run it through my bleach system, open everything up, let it air dry for a day or so, then you're ready for your next trip. So that's how we treat water. Now there are other methods. One is an ultraviolet light generator. You may want to consider that as well. UV light kills the DNA or its ability to reproduce of any living thing. So you may want to think about that as well. So that's water, and as a bonus to you viewers, what I decided to include for your patients watching this is a secret tip. I want you to get these gloves to go up the Half Dome cables. These are rubber-coated nitrile gloves, breathable on the back. These will stick to anything as you're pulling yourself up the cables. Remember, the cables can get pretty warm during the summer and they can get cold when weather moves in. You want a good tight grip. Don't use the gloves that are discarded at the base of the cables. They're junk, they're trash. The Park Service actually asks you to remove some of them because it's litter and it's an eyesore. They're not put there for your use. If you look at those gloves, they're old discarded garden gloves, missing thumbs. They may have mold growing inside because they spend many nights up there. Go ahead and invest a couple bucks. Get you a nice pair of rubber-coated nitrile gloves. Has nothing to do with water, but that's a great tip I wanted to share with you. So drink before you're thirsty. Have a great hike.